So I'm all up for living an extraordinary life. I like the word extraordinary to begin with. First of all, because there's a word ordinary in it. Because, extraordinary does not have to mean that it's epic all the time. I'm, in a way, just hanging out. So there's an ordinary quality of just like a Buddhist under a tree or something. The simple things in life can be so fulfilling, right? But it's extraordinary because it's not just a normal life. Now, the first thing that's needed for an extraordinary life is that you start to believe, if you don't already, but that you start to believe that there are possibilities, options. That although your life has been like this, and although it seems that everyone has a 9 to 5 job, or it seems that everyone just wants a relationship, children, and that's the way they want to live, like whatever it is, whatever your way of thinking has been, whatever the boxes that you've been living in, that you start to feel or believe or at least hope, whatever you can tap into, because you could also be that actually remember again, that there are always, and I say always, an infinite amount of possibilities. Now, if you're really stuck in the matrix, let's say, then it might not feel that way. Then waking up to the fact that there's one other option is like huge. So congratulations if you're stepping into that point of like, I thought I was doing life this way, but maybe I think I want it that way. That's amazing. But as you go more and more into that, you'll find out that the truth is that there's always an infinite amount of options. Now, that can be stressful too. Living from the heart or always following your highest excitement, because suddenly life is open and everything is possible. So even though I've been living a quite extraordinary journey, well, maybe all my life, but I would say especially the last years, I'm not doing what normal people do, meaning having a job and this and that and la la li la la. So the more my journey unfolds and these extraordinary things happen, I still continue to see how I create or believe in these limitations. For example, my partner Jeff and I are getting really excited about going on a group adventure. The cool thing about an adventure is that you actually go into the unknown, so it's not all planned out. So we do want to create this group adventure or attracted, whatever. But I found out just a few days ago that I was limiting it so much, like immediately. Like I thought it would have to be close, like in Europe, or I was limiting the people who we could do it with, or what was the other thing? Well, anyway, let's say the travel piece was the biggest one. I just thought, well, we probably will do it in the Netherlands, or maybe we could go like the most epic thing I could think about was going to Lanzarote, which is an island just a few hours from here, basically. And suddenly I realized, wait, why am I already limiting myself or this vision to that? So when I bursted through that limit I had put on the vision, I started exploring, going to Australia, to New Zealand, which I've dreamed of since probably Lord of the Rings, going to Hawaii, just going to all these beautiful places on this planet. And it was fucking exciting. It was just creating energy. And now, hey, I might end up in the Netherlands or in Lanzarote. But this is just an example to show you how what we naturally do, what we've been conditioned to do, is to immediately put limitations on everything. Money limitation is a big one for many. And to give you an example about that, the difference I see between people who are always in scarcity and like, yeah, but I don't have the money. Oh, I can't do that. I don't have the money. Oh, it won't be possible. I don't have the money. Like, for example, when I would say, hey, why don't you join us for this group adventure? Many of you will think, oh, I can't do that. Especially when I talk, for example, about New Zealand, unless that's where you live. It would be, oh no, can't do that. Too much time, too much money. Now, people who I would say live in a more abundant mindset, it's not about a mindset, it's a way of being. So they just connect to the abundance of life that always is there. They just see possibilities. Even people that are broke and don't have cash on their own bank account, I've seen them stay open. And it's quite miraculous what happens to them. Because somehow they, for example, find someone who wants to pay for them, that wants to gift them an experience. In this case, for the group adventure, maybe if you would open up to other possibilities instead of thinking, oh, I can't do that because I cannot pay for it, maybe there's someone in your environment who would love to gift you that. Or maybe there's someone in the world, there are investors, there's people who love making other people happy. And I know this, especially in the beginning when you're really stuck in that scarcity, this is like too good to be true. So here's my other clue for living an extraordinary life. Find your too good to be true. This is one of the things I've played with probably mostly in the last year. Find your too good to be true and actually believe that it is possible. Because here's the thing. If you find oh, that's too good to be true and you don't believe in it, well, it won't happen. You actually still are close to it. But what I've been doing is I've explored like what is my too good to be true, and then realized that because I can imagine this, because I can see it, I just think, oh, it's too good to be true for me, not happening for me. I actually know it is a possibility, it's just a reality I have not let in. I've not been in the receiving seat of that. I've already excluded that from my reality. But it's actually one of the most exciting things. So what is your too good to be true? Like literally, what would be too good to be true for you? Explore it, play with it, and see if you can start to open up to that. I guarantee you, if you're gonna follow your too good to be trues, as in a way as if that's too good to be true, then that's exactly what I'm going for, you gonna end up having quite an extraordinary life.